Hello everyone, welcome. There is no I am not charging for readings unless you want to get a personal session, but I am picking from rising signs. So right now we're doing Mercury Marcy. We've done her chart before, but I didn't get anybody to answer quick enough, okay? So let's see if maybe Mercurial Marcy actually is a good question for the rest of the Virgos. Then if not, we'll do maybe one more because it is your season. Okay, so maybe we'll do one other Virgo at the end. I did just meet someone. I wonder if I should wait out with them or now. She said Mercurial, no specific question. I did just meet someone, wondering if I should wait to go out with them now. Well, it is your Mars return, so. She said, so Mercurial Marcy met a person, okay? So it's pretty interesting because she's a Virgo rising. So there's a lot of transits happening in her 7th house. Like, well, not a lot. There's one big major transit that people sleep on and don't pay attention to. But Saturn, when he stations in your 7th house, is not that scary, especially if the ruler of your 5th house, which is lovers. So let me show you that in a better way. So we're going to do the whole signs. So Mercurial Marcy wants to know, she met someone, right? The 7th house is meeting someone. 5th house is lovers. So 7th house is long-term partnerships. 5th house is like short-term lover, whatever you sleep around with, right? So Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn, is in her 7th house. So she is having crazy transits already. So she is having these energies coming in her form. Like there's gonna be people looking at her. She's getting Saturn is sending her energies of people who she should talk to, right? And then Mars returns. So Mars is in Libra. You can ask that. It is a Mercury return I'm sorry, not a Mercury return. It is Mercury retrograde in her chart. Mercury is retrograding, transiting. That's the positive thing about that. So like whenever there is a Mercury retrograde and you already have that planet retrograde, that's fine. So her question to me though, because she is kind of not a child, she's not a kid, she's not a 21 years old. So when people ask questions like that, I go check out their D9, which is TikTok that I do. So if you guys saw that D9 TikTok, right, and I showed you, well, Saturn is in Aquarius, is in her 6th house. And Jupiter is the ruler of her 7th house, which means Jupiter is in Sag, which means Saturn is sextiling. It's a cool energy. To me, if I were you, where's Saturn here? Saturn is 11 degrees, I think it is. So if I were you, I would date them. You have retrograde stuff. I would date them. They came around retrograde season. You know what I mean? So I would date him for a while if he lasts. Remember, there's a period. If he can last a certain time frame, then he is the one. Is a sextile. I would like for it to be stronger if you are picking up what I'm putting down, right? By the way, if you're in here, please like the live. Thank you. Shout out to that. So that'll be my wrap for you, Mercurial Marcy. I think that it's a cool vibe, maybe getting to know each other. They're helping you figure out something about you. Maybe he's helping something about you internally, so maybe I would do that. I would date him around. If he sticks around, especially to next year, keep him. You know what I mean? Next year is where the hitters come in. So definitely need to see if he lasts through the retrograde, then keep him. Okay. Let's do another one. What website is this? This is called astroseek.com. And this is what I've been using. We're going to do a Libra rising. Thank you, Mercurial Marcy. We're going to do another Virgo rising, I guess. But we're just trying to move the line. So that would be my T. Maybe I should stop it. City problems. Like, I live in New York, bro. My moral compass. There's so many ways to get money in New York. And I've been personally tested all my life because I have Venus in Virgo, literally. So, Jean, I'm looking for Jean. I don't know if I missed you, Jean. Did I miss you? Should I pursue music even even at my age? Sorry, should I pursue music even at my age? Wow. Um Look at this person. Should I pursue, mind you, you're going through your Saturn return and you have to decide on how you want to what is your destined career. Mind you, the sun is actually in a very good house. The sun is in Virgo, is the ruler of your 12th house. In the past life, you could have also been famous or creative or an artist. It is opposing your 7th house. So if you was creative, it's a full body thing. Like I don't know if you dance while you sing, or if you are very expressive, whatever, because it's the sun in the first house. What, right? Mind you, Mercury's in your second, the ruler of your sun, with the moon, the ruler of your 11th house, and Venus in his exalted state. Honestly, why not exalted, but in his rightful state, is in Libra, is at 29 degrees of mastery. And you're asking us, should you pursue music? And you have Mars and Scorpio. Do you want to write music? I do. If also, by the way, I do personal readings. I'm changing them up. By the way, it's Venus retrograde. If you had a reading with me and you booked certain readings, sorry if I haven't responded. It's only because that's why I only book out for a week, because there's been this retrograde. I am very much ruled by Venus. Reminder. I'm not making it an excuse, but that's why I only book for the week. So if you are booking and then you look at the calendar and you're like, damn, you have no dates. Yeah, because the week is booked. Next week it opens up again. So that's how I've been working it. It's 1990. Okay, 1990. She said, oh, sorry. See, look at that. So okay, sorry. See, things change. Shirley, Jean is 1990. Sorry, I'm sorry. Jean. It's, by the way, the readings that I'm doing on live is just free. Okay, sorry, Jean, I put the wrong thing. Let's start this from the top, okay? The sun is still in Virgo, in his first house. Things change now. We have Venus. The ruler of his second house is in the first. We have Mercury is the ruler of his career up in the first house. It's retrograde. You keep going back and forth with what you want to do in life. Mind you, also, I want you to know that you might work on two things in life. So don't feel like, damn, I can't do. You, Virgos, especially because you're a Virgo rising, you may be working two projects at the same time. Like let's say you work in the daytime a certain thing, and in the nighttime you do another thing. Or in the weekends you do this thing. Let me ask you this. Were you like a DJ or something? Did you ever want a DJ? Are you a blender of music? Chris, he's just doing chart reading on people in life. He's 33. I just changed it, y'all, by the way. I just changed his thing. I just changed it. Okay, so my books, Sean does her. Who is Jean? No, Jean. Jean, sorry, Jean. Jean, are you in here? I just changed it. See, that's why I don't like Virgo. You see the problem you see why I be talking about Virgos are the problem? I told you. This is the problem. I studied music a bit long time ago. Okay, so what kind of, is it an instrument that you were playing? Or was it like you were mixing the music? Are you like, because Jupiter is like singing it. You were singing it. You were creating, so you were writing the songs. So you were the writer. You were writing music. I'm assuming Gene. Let Gene talk, y'all. Because y'all in the way and he trying to talk. Okay, yes. Okay. So the Mercury's retrograde. Here's what I think. Because Mars is in your MC, I think you can write a song maybe for someone else. I don't think it might be your song I don't know how to, like, maybe it takes you a long time to develop your artistry, or maybe by the way, the feeling that you're feeling to go into your artistry is because now that you're in your 30s, and 33 is usually, you're 33 years old, right? I hope you are, because I want to make sure. Yeah, you're 32. You're about to be 33. So at 33 years old, Mercury matures. Okay, so that means that your Mars is going to be determined and is going to have more focus, and your Sun, Venus, and Mercury is going to mature as well, because Mercury is going to mature. So this indecision is going to go away. I feel that because you're in your 30s, you becoming this performer is that calling that you're feeling, which is nothing is I don't see nothing wrong with it. I think that you should focus on definitely writing because Mars is the ruler of your third house. So your writing is going to be, it'll take you somewhere, or you could blend something that'll mix you somewhere. You know, like let's say you start posting on TikTok because again, your North Node is in Aquarius. You should head to the internet. You should get into doing this. You may find yourself um, finding your way through. Like for instance, I'll give you an example, y'all. My North Node, he can be a ghostwriter. My North Node um, is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius rules teaching. People want me to help them teach. I'm not there yet. I feel like I'm not. Right? Now, you know what Sagittarius also rules? Shipping. I work at a shipping company. Does that make sense? So, like, you're always attracted to your North Node. So, I think you should definitely head to the internet, Aquarius, because I feel like you would definitely, some type of your writing, or maybe this is a blend, will go there. And just to be sure, now, just to be safe, and I'll leave you alone, and just to be safe, I'm always bright. So, but I'm always teaching. I'm always doing my North Node. I may not feel like I'm ready, or I don't want to do it, because that's your North Node. It's a destiny thing. Sometimes being life is not supposed to be like that. Sometimes you teeter top from your North Node and your South Node. Sometimes you are doing South Node things. Sometimes you have to do North Node things. Okay, so that's what it is. Real quick, just because I want to check some other things because he asked a good question. Yeah, I think you should work on your getting either online or with the right groups of people, or developing your performance, or publishing your blends. Yeah, I think you should do that. It's what you're feeling. It's a gut thing. It's an emotional thing. Go that route. You have to work for it 3 years. If you're listening to this, Gene, keep working at this for like 3 years. You should see momentum by 2025. And that'll be like, I know that's kind of projection, like a little too long, but you should actually see momentum 7 moments from the moment you try. So that is my, what I wanted you to know. Gene, thank you, Gene, by the way. Sorry. Is his 5th house loaded? His 5th house is loaded. Now let's go back. So he has a question. Somebody asked a question. So yeah, look, he has a 5th. No, look, some people ask me, what is Saturn in the 5th house? Literally, you do your Saturn house. It just takes you a long time. Look, Saturn is in his 5th house of performance, of creativity, of is the 5th house of passions, hobbies. Saturn being there, it becomes a restriction or a delay of it, and it's a constant feeling that he has. I have Saturn in the 8th house. The 8th house is a cult. So as long as you keep going at your Saturn house, mind you, it opposes the 11th house. So because maybe you need to study the 11th house, the market. Maybe you should focus on aiming or achieving a goal. Okay, going back from scratch, because your moon is in Aries, so I know you're starting from scratch somewhere. You had an idea. So here's what's happening to Aries, because he's a moon in Aries, and I'll leave you alone. Sorry, Gene, this might be too long. But anyways, you had an idea from like back in 2020, 2018, 2019, whatever. And you ran, Aries shit. You did it too fast. You went right through it like a ram. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. And then you realize, damn, I fucked up. I shouldn't have done it that fast. Or I forgot to do these little other details. Because Aries moves a lot of it too fast, and they forget these little details, which is a Virgo thing. Virgos is the details. So there could have been an idea that you had and you didn't start it, and now you're feeling like, because Aries gets squares by Capricorn, your Capricorn house, you're feeling like, damn. Mind you, Saturn is in Pisces. It's right behind your Aries. You're feeling like, damn, I should have started that, or I should have finished it, or I should have done it this way. Just start it from scratch. You'll be fine. That's nothing to, don't worry about it, Gene. Hopefully Gene didn't leave. He's got to work hard on Gene, are you still here? Hopefully you didn't leave on me. Anyways, we did Virgo. Now we're doing a Sagittarius rising. You say like about pulling him. I'm a Mars and Scorpio, so pick up. I'm a very annihilate. I need to annihilate. Like I want to finish.